The last
Interesting if
Red Bull
they
event
try
was
and
good.
do something with the qualifiers, like make the qualifiers like regional, so it's not just like four more Koreans coming over or something. But
You
um,
think they will though?
yeah,
It's
I
a
don't know. I
lot of
think this
work.
is well, the venue is actually what looks most interesting. Like,
It's in Manhattan, right? It's
yeah, it's like in the
oh,
city,
the
and
Hammerstein Ballroom. Wow. Okay.
yeah, I don't know. There's a picture of it I saw that someone posted, and
No,
I was
that's a
like,
nice
wow.
place. I know that place.
And I can only imagine in New York City, like they'll fill that up, so that'll be cool.
Yeah,
Can
they
only
shouldn't have a
hope.
problem. So this is like the. Is there going to be another? I mean, that has to be the big event. That has to be the
This is
year-ending
like the
event for
end of their
them.
circuit. Like that's how
Yeah.
I look at it. It's like a
Yeah.
circuit where they did four events. Now this kind of ends their season.
Okay. Well, that'll be cool. Yeah. Hopefully the qualifiers will be pretty much open to anybody, so you get a chance to join these four guys. But it'll be cool. It'll be cool. Hopefully Snoot does pretty well. Hopefully for the event itself, Snoot does well, and they can
Yeah, it's kind of hard
get some
timing because
viewers.
it's, I mean, on top of MLG, but that's after BlizzCon. DreamHack is in a couple days, so like November's gonna be packed. And I guess WCG is then as well. And then maybe there's an IEM Singapore,
It's
so
crazy. That
I
November is
don't
going
know.
to be
November's like
crazy. Yeah,
always a shit show.
it's
Like
going to be like last year. 50,000 in prize money though. So this isn't. Oh, man, okay.
How many people are going to be there
way
total?
more. Jeez.
8.
8, yeah, 8 total. That would probably be worth dedicating your time to,
Yeah, I
more
think
so
especially
than
if you can qualify
any
for it.
MLG or anything else. You know,
Yeah.
just because the competition is so small.
Yeah. What was the last one? I think the last one. I think the prize was
25.
what 10, 25. Okay, yeah, because I think first place was 10,000. So
Yeah.
very cool. Very cool. Okay, well, enough of StarCraft. Enough of again Steven's misery there. No, first.
What the fuck? I'm not miserable, man.
All right, let's move on to Steven, your latest blog, right?
I don't want to talk about that shit. It's depressing,
on.
man. Fuck.
What do you mean?
It's
Dude, I
It's not
depressing.
read that
depressing.
because
It's not
ChanManV
depressing.
said we talk about it, so
That's
we
right.
have
Oh
to
my
That's
god.
right.
talk
Come
about
on.
it. All right.
So, anyways,
Basically, this is how I'm a bitch and I'm a crybaby and shit, more or less.
what your fucking entry? I mean, it just kind of explains to you why you've been playing DayZ so much, right? And it's
Yeah,
worth
sure.
talking about. I mean, it's so. I guess the topic is basically when it comes to streaming, how much of it is fun, how much of it is work. I guess at this point for everybody, because you were talking about just playing DayZ, and it kind of gave you this new refreshing feeling of gaming like it used to be, for you, like when you were growing up and that sort
Kind
of thing.
of. So this really actually doesn't have much to do with me and more to do with So, first of all, I'm not even that old compared to the majority of the people in the audience, and I'm trying not to. I understand that when we nostalgia, we have the tendency to put on like our rose-tinted glasses and look back and only remember the good and never the bad. Stupid.
Yep.
People do that shit all the time, and I try not to do that. But I really don't like the whole culture of like esports. Like the idea that people are like so fiercely loyal to like one game is like the most anti-fun, stupid shit that like I've ever heard of in my entire life. Communities like thrive on those attitudes today, and it's almost like integral to being integral to being like part of a community. Like if you're part of the Dota or StarCraft community, you hate League, and if you're part of the League, I guess actually you're part of the League, you don't give a fuck.
Mhm.
But I don't know, like that kind of shit gets really fucking annoying. Playing a lot of ranked games in League, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people play games and like don't have fucking any fun playing games anymore. It's a really strange feeling.
Well, I mean, doesn't it have something to do with what type of streamer you are? I mean, if you're an esports personality or player versus if you're just more of a gaming type of
Well, I mean,
personality.
but I am just like a gaming type of personality, right? More or less. I mean, people don't come to watch my stream because like they want to see the guy who's got the amazing tourney results. So let's see what he's playing now, right?
I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. I think your viewership and your fan base, it's a little bit mixed in that regard because you're not like JP who plays just like a bunch of let's plays, that sort of thing.
Oh yeah,
right?
sure, sure.
But so you
Yeah,
are
well,
you are
so
trying to
there's
get
a
good at
combination-
League.
There's
I
a
mean-
combination of that, and then there's the fact that League is like, League for somebody like me is like, it's really hard to deal with griefing in League. Like, it's impossibly fucking hard. And it's such that in League, it's very easy to like completely ruin a game for me. And by ruin, I just mean like destroy any possibility of me gathering any kind of enjoyment whatsoever out of that game. And that's a feeling that I've never had before. In StarCraft 2, in StarCraft, like honestly, in StarCraft is a game that has not to say so little strategy, but it's so mechanics reliant, such that if some asshole wants to snipe me and talk shit or whatever, even if I know he's cheating, it's not that big of a deal, because usually you can outplay him anyway, just on mechanics alone, and it's not that big of a deal. But in League, it's like a whole separate thing, where like, fuck, dude, like I played some games today, it was just so stupid. Like,
just camping you the whole time?
yeah, just like the camping is so fucking obnoxious. And it destroys like any possibility of me having like a decent game, such that like even if I play perfectly, and by perfectly I mean I just passively farm and I don't die to any ganks, what I'm essentially doing is I'm just sitting in a lane going, I hope that my mid and top carry me because I can't do anything this game because I'm Destiny and the guy on the enemy team thinks I suck or wants to be famous on stream, so he's just gonna come and gank my lane over and over and over and over
That
again.
happens to everybody too,
Is
guys.
it, like, is it impossible for you to like smurf? Like,
No, because people will find out who you smurf. The only way, unless I were to like smurf and then use like a combination of overlays and like turn on a delay and shit. But I've never liked streaming like that. Like I've never
no,
done that.
streaming with the
Like,
delay is garbage.
yeah, turning on the delay and
Yeah,
all that shit.
seriously.
Like that's some shit that I've only ever had to do in League, and it's like not like it's not fun. Like at that point, I'm barely even streaming, and it's just. I don't know, like it's just the aspect of of League of Legends being a team game, like that makes the griefing so much more fucking obnoxious. Like in StarCraft 2, like I almost welcomed it, and it's almost funny in StarCraft 2, unless it gets to obnoxious levels like Deezer, you know? Because in StarCraft 2, if some guy is talking shit to me, I love talking shit in StarCraft 2 because it's fun. It's a 1v1 game. Fucking, we'll talk shit all day, and then at the end of the day, it's whoever wins the game wins the game. But in League, like if people talk shit, like I can't talk shit to anybody. I'm like frightened to death. Because if it's like a 4v2 camp on my lane, like there's nothing. There's no amount of me being good unless I'm like Diamond 1 playing in like fucking Silver 6. Am I ever going to be able to do anything that game? And like that feeling is just like really bad. And the feeling of getting camped over and over and over in games. And like even if you win those games where it's like, well, my teammates were able to carry because the jungler and the mid came bot like every 2 minutes, you know, like it's just a really nasty feeling. I don't know.
All right, so it's good. I mean, it brings up the question. So why are you playing League then?
I don't
Or
know,
why are you
dude.
playing
Because
MOBAs?
StarCraft is dead as fuck, and
You don't have to play StarCraft.
Financially.
Why
You don't
just
have to
learn
play
Dota?
Because Dota isn't ever going to get as big as League, and fucking, I don't know, the money part of League is attractive.
If you just,
but-
this is what you can do, alright? You can switch to Dota, and then you can find some designer out there who can make some Stephen Bonnell courier, and then you can sell that, and then you'll make more money than you ever fucking did streaming.
That's not even a joke.
So,
That's not a
Joke
joke.
for what?
actually,
not
dude,
a joke.
You could fucking switch. You can sell out to Dota, and you can make an announcer pack.
Oh,
Announcer
God.
pack?
Just
What
get
the
to be an
fuck's that?
announcer, and then
And every time somebody gets ganked, I can go, Jimmy, no! And like everybody would buy that.
there you go, man.
Shit.
Well, I mean, it
There you
doesn't have
go.
to be. It doesn't have to be any of those esports ones. I mean, why don't you go down the route of doing let's plays more then? You know, that sort of thing. I mean, you just
I know that if I play enough, and it might sound arrogant to some or whatever, but I don't give a fuck. But I know that if I play enough, because I'm not an idiot, and I have a lot of time that I can invest, if I play enough with the right people in League, I can get pretty good at it. And the money that's at the top of League is, like, unimaginable to most people. And
Wait, so you want to like? Your goal is to what? Get into like LCS or to get like
There are two
30,000 people
possibilities.
watching you?
No. There are two possibilities. Well, one would be playing in LCS would be obviously fucking amazing because the money there is great. But two is even if you can be one of the top popular streamers in League, like the amount of money there is just fucking insane. Like Dyrus or anybody that can stream to like 15, 20,000 viewers, that's like $1,000 a day that you're banking a day just in ad revenue.
Yeah.
Like, that's like an unimaginable amount of money. Like you could fucking buy like a new car like every month with the amount of money that those guys make streaming. Like it's insane.
But
And
how
that's something
long-
that's
How long have you been streaming League and it's not happening, man?
well, I mean, it's not, but I mean, like, you've got to consider, like, I got into StarCraft 2 at the start. Like, I played StarCraft 2 since the beta, and for League, I jumped in, probably in November, so I'm, like, I'm about 2 years behind. Dude, like, as bad as I am at League now, playing League, like, 6 months ago was the worst fucking feeling in the world. To go from being, like, a GM player, however, you know, everybody says GM is bad or whatever, but if you're a GM player in StarCraft, you're pretty good. Like, not maybe in a pro level, but, like, to go to being a shitter in LoL and, like, Silver League and struggling in Gold and shit, that, you have no fucking idea how fucking painful it is to go from being so good in one game to absolute nothing in another. But I mean, I've gotten a lot better at League. Like I can hold my own and like from whatever Diamond 5 to Diamond 1, whatever I happen to be in at the time. So I mean, I don't know. I just have to keep chugging along.
So I mean, the thing is that you have different. I mean, compared to a guy who's just not streaming and not trying to make a living or entertaining and that sort of thing, right? I mean, they're going to be completely focused on getting better. I mean, like, no offense,
focused.
Steven. Like you do have different. Like you have your entertaining part of your stream. Like when you're playing League and you're not trying to
Be entertaining. Yeah,
better.
sure.
You know what I mean? Like that's not efficient, right?
I think that I mean it's not that efficient, but if I can get to a level such that I'm with a team, I can play more than most foreigners. I know that. I knew that for StarCraft 2. Like that's a fucking fact, and I'll say that and I'll defend that because it's true. Because most foreigners, I don't know if it's the same in League. It looks like it's the same in League, but most foreigners in most games are lazy as fuck.
Yeah.
I've got a really special
sure.
brand of autism where I can sit in front of a computer screen and play the same game for like 12 hours a day and do that for months on end. Like I did it at one point in StarCraft when I was doing good at StarCraft. I know I can do it with League. I just have to have like the right group of people, and I have to get to the right level of skill to be able to do that with. So, I mean, like if I continue to play League for like another like 6 to 12 months and I like never got anywhere, maybe at some point I'd consider switching. But to be that close to seeing where those top people make that much money, and to know that it's within my grasp if I do the right shit to get there, I don't know. It's too tempting. I'm too greedy.
Do you like it? I mean, I'm just gonna ask you the simplest question. Do you like it?
Hell, fucking no.
Then what the fuck are you doing, dude?
I like the game, but like the people are just like, I feel like, so I had this problem where, like, I came out of high school like the fucking most optimistic, cheery-eyed person in the world. Like every stage of my life, I just lose more and more respect for people as I get older and older, and like League has done that to me more and more. There'll be the occasional game, but god fucking damn, most of the people in that game are just fucking god awful. When you hit a point, there's a golden point though when you get to Diamond 1 where everybody is famous and then like people don't recognize me as much, and that feels good. I just have to get back to that point again and maybe I'll feel a little bit better. But
Have you considered maybe Infinite Crisis?
yeah, sure. How much is MLG gonna sponsor me to fucking pimp their game?
I don't know, man.
You can ask him, man.
Maybe you need an agent. Get in there.
Dude,
Warner
just
Brothers
go pro Hearthstone right now, man. It's like
Yeah,
Trump's getting like
what's
8,000
the
people watching him play Hearthstone right now. Okay, so
Yeah, dude. Okay, where's my beta key, man?
dude, don't look at me, man. You gotta get the Blizzard
Bad things
folks.
about Blizzard, man.
Dude, who's got beta keys?
I'm being realistic.
Who's got beta keys on this in this call right now? I do.
Me?
What do you mean?
Who's got a beta key? Who's got a beta key? Who's playing the game? Mike, do you have a key?
Down. I'm not playing the game though. It's boring.
Oh
Damn.
man. Oh man.
Wow, bombs fucking dropped. Blizzard, I don't agree. I think that Hearthstone is great, and I love StarCraft 2 as well. I'm sorry I left you guys. I love you.
Well, shit, why don't you just take out? Why don't you take out Adebisi's account, man? You guys are
No, I
brothers
do
anyways.
play. I do play. I love that game.
I'm gonna
It's
steal
my
it.
favorite game.
Your favorite game. Oh god. All right. Well, hopefully you get to that point. It sounds like there is a point in which like all this
Let's get better,
all this
yeah.
harassment kind of goes
It's
down.
just, dude,
so.
like, team games are just not fun, man. Team games are not fun. Holy shit, fucks.
It's funny. I've been playing a lot of Dota lately. And I feel like I don't know if people got better because of the international, but maybe I'm just in a higher bracket now. Like I play games where it's like people know what they're doing and like buy wards and stuff. So
yeah. That's not me yet. I'm definitely been
Dota.
learning
People are nice,
Dota
man. You should
recently.
try Dota.
I have not
Dota's-
ever heard that. From anybody that's played a lot of Dota, people tell me it's more or less the same. Maybe there are, like, a few less ragers, but there are plenty of
Yeah,
jokes
but
in
it
the Dota
sounds like
scene
it's
about
being
ragers.
ruined for you. It's like every now and then.
Well, but
Dota,
the problem is that I'm famous and I'm not like top tier.
Yeah,
Like that's the problem with me, is that I run into a game and there's at least one person that knows me in every game. And since I'm already like relatively polarizing, there are games that I'll get into where there'll be like one guy in the room like, "Ha, it's this fucking faggot," and like every time he ganks me, it's like, "Go back to StarCraft 2, you fucking spick Cuban," or whatever. Like just like the random like stupid fucking shit. Like I'll just be like fucking playing a game, not saying anything, and I'll get like some guy will gank me like, "Hey, go back to StarCraft 2 and fail there, you fucking faggot." It's like, like what the fuck, dude?
Can
Like,
you imagine?
and there'll be like fucking 6-man gank on my lane like the entire fucking game. It's like, dude, like go fucking suck your dad's dick. Like, Jesus Christ, man. That
Can
shit
you,
gets
can you
fucking
imagine
old.
Steven getting punch shinned like the entire fucking game in a Dota game? Oh my god, that'd be so
That'd be good.
fucking bad.
I mean, like, cause like I'll play Dota.
And then
with,
hold
like,
on, so like you have like these kids who are like plagued with Asperger's in chat right now, going, why don't you just ignore them? Like it's a fucking 5v5 team game. If I've got to put like 3 people and ignore like every fucking queue, like that's not fun for me. Like that's the kind of shit that drives people to go on shooting sprees in fucking moving theaters. Like I'm not gonna play a game where I have to put like
my
fucking
God.
10 people and ignore every single time I join the game. Like that's ridiculous. It's stupid as shit. In my opinion. Sorry, I'm done. Go ahead.
All right, yeah. It's see, it doesn't even sound like you're having fun.
And it's
Have-
like
have
the
you-
best thing is that it's a total fucking lose-lose because by saying it on the show, now there's a ton of people who are like, oh, I know I get to him when I do it, so I can't wait to queue against him the next time because I know it bothers him. But then it's like, well, if you just ignore him, like there's like no stopping it. It's like a cat chasing a fucking mouse. Like just because the mouse doesn't pay any attention to the cat doesn't mean that the cat isn't gonna stop chasing it around over and over and over and over and over again. So there's no salvation. I'm fucking dude. Don't let me into a live tournament. I'm fucking. The only reason I started working out is I'm gonna beat the shit out of people. If somebody walks up to me like, "Hey, dude, I'm that one talent that trolled you that one game. That was funny, right?" I'm going to jail like that fucking night.
Oh God, dude.
What did Tupac say? Or whatever?
fuck,
Like,
dude?
never leaving cuffs, only in a body bag. It's gonna be that shit going down, man. Holy shit.
All right. I'm gonna have to give you healthy advice. You should consider maybe switching games, dude.
No,
All
I'm
right.
just kidding. All right, I'm done.
What
No.
about Smite? Have
Oh
you,
my God, man.
Smite,
I remember that game.
Smite. Oh my.
taken off.
I was about to go pro on that, but I was considering Han instead. You think Smite's where it's at?
Yeah, man, Smite's on the up and up. I can feel it. Moved
Well,
to
they
China,
did get.
man.
They do have a new company. I mean, they just got bought out, right? So
Did they get bought out? I thought they just had like a partnership agreement.
is it a partner? I thought they actually
don't
bought
know.
them.
I thought it was like Tencent was just
what?
distribution. I don't know. There's like 80
Tencent
different MOBAs coming
distribution.
out. I can't wait.
What kind of partnership is that? That's a terrible one. Oh my gosh. All right, well, let's move on. Okay, next topic I have is Hearthstone. We touched on it a little bit. I've been continually playing and streaming it. I don't know. I just gotta get my CCG fix on it because it's been a while since I played one, and I didn't really get an MTG. But Mike, you said you're kind of over it already.
Yeah, I mean, I got it.
Put it
I
lightly.
played it a ton, and it was like fun. And it's like, you just keep playing, and then you're like, wow, that was like a fast 4 hours, but then it just kind of feels like the same thing again and again, and like, I don't know. Sometimes it just feels like it takes really long when you've got the class that just like keeps healing himself or whatever, and it just gets tedious. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I mean-
kind of, I don't know. I want to play more of the arena, but it's like I don't want to pay for that. Like,
Well, that's your
So-
problem, man. You gotta,
Wait, how much does
you
it
gotta
cost to
pay
play the
up,
arena?
man.
isn't it like $2?
It's $2 if you don't have gold. So you can either farm gold if we're
What the
150.
fuck? $2?
Oh
Yeah,
my God, your ass has been like complaining about Blizzard not
Do you have to
monetizing
pay
shit,
to
and you're gonna
on
be like
the
complaining
TV
about them
show?
$2.
What the fuck?
What? What?
How can you not afford $2?
No, I just don't
you're
want
actually
to.
saying he's like $2. Okay,
I,
sorry.
it's just like I have to pay $2 and then I lose, and then because you get like
Wait,
3
is it like
losses.
$2 a month or?
No, it's $2
No.
per entry into the.
It's
arena.
$2 every time you fucking like go.
Yeah, but here's the deal. It's good.
Okay, never
It's
mind,
good
never mind.
value though because a pack costs like $1.50 or something like that. Like a single pack. I think it's 2 for $3 or something like that. So every time you go to the arena, you get a pack plus gold and dust, no matter how bad you do. So you get some in return. So when you play the arena, Steven, depending on how many wins you get before you get 3 losses, you get a better prize. So if you get up to the 9th win, which is the limit, before you get 3 losses, you end up getting like 150 gold plus gold on just to put towards another arena entry ticket, as well as a pack and then a ton of dust or something. So as long as you're decent at arena, you're always going to end up affording another entry into the arena, and
Yeah,
and
man,
that's
that's
it.
just
You
like,
just suck. I mean,
Being
it's
a
just,
vulture.
I don't know.
I mean, I
You're
suck
saying I
too,
should find
so-
when Adebisi is playing, convince him to get into the arena, and then I'll queue up at like the same time and just try to like steal all his money, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Well, you could farm. I mean, you could farm. What is it? Every 5 wins, you get 5 gold or something like that. Is it 5 gold?
I don't know.
It's something like that.
Don't win, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, Steven, do you play CCGs or TCGs? Or
I
any
played
of
a
those?
lot of Pokemon when I was younger. I would spank anybody here at Pokemon cards, but that's it.
Dude,
I
we
never
need to
got
get
into
you
Magic.
a key then. We gotta get this
What?
guy a key.
It sounds really. I'm really scared though. It sounds really simple. The 30 card deck just sounds really low for a trading
It is
card
low.
game.
It is low, but honestly, we never get to the end of it though.
I've never gotten to the end of a deck.
I've gotten to the end one time. And
Do
That's
turns
like
last
my
a
goal
long time or
sometimes,
what?
just,
what did you say?
Do turns last a long time or what?
I
Like
mean, it depends.
turns?
Like,
No,
it
they don't
doesn't
last a long
always
time.
Overpass?
I
Are
think you
games
get. I
over,
think
like,
you
really
get 30
fast?
seconds. You get 20.
How long is like an average game? How about that?
I don't know.
About
10,
10, 15
15
minutes. 15 minutes, 10 minutes, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you're playing, two good players put together, then it's probably about 15 minutes or so.
Two good players put together, like you can do 2v2.
No,
Or
no,
you
I'm
mean
just
like,
saying
oh,
like
like
when I'm just saying when you're
1v1
matched
both
up two good players versus like some guy you just
Yeah,
you can just
yeah.
zerg the shit out of him, like I mean that you can kill a guy in 4 moves, like if you
Oh,
really
shit.
wanted to. Um,
You can kill a guy in like one move, can't you? If you like stack the right power ups, like you like.
no,
Or it's like with
no,
one
I'm saying
card,
4
yeah.
rounds. 4 rounds. I think the record is 4 rounds.
No, if you give like Wind Fury or whatever, and then you like have something with like 15 damage, like that'll
Yeah,
kill
but
you
you
in 2
can't do-
shots.
How fast can you put
Your
together
first
like
round is
Blue Eyes,
one
Black
mana,
Exodia or whatever?
dude. What
Put
can you
that
do with
shit
1
together.
mana?
Fuck people up in 1 round.
No, I think Rekful killed somebody and he's killed Sinvicta in 4 rounds. like just like the first 4 rounds of the game, he killed Sinvicta. So that's the.
The other thing,
quickest
I
I've
always
seen.
like get my cards at the start, and then I don't like them, and then I discard them and get new ones, and then those cards are bad too, and it's just fucking
welcome
Yeah, but
annoying.
you have
See,
way
see,
too many
dude,
bad
you've
cards
never
in your
played
deck.
these
You can discard a
games,
whole
man.
hand and get a whole other hand of cards you don't like. I think you gotta look at your deck, dude. What the fuck?
Dude, when
I
I
just
played
use the
one,
default decks. I'm not putting in the time to like make a new deck. It's
fuck?
God,
I don't know. I just don't get.
This guy's a
trading card
waste of a
games
key
there.
right here, man. He
What
should
the
be-
fuck? Blizzard, come on, man. How you give this kid a key? This is bullshit.
Seriously, why'd you give
Fucking
him a
hell,
key?
man.
Oh my god. No, but hopefully you guys will check it. I think another 1,000 keys are coming out today or tomorrow, so hopefully more people will get a chance.
I was
to
gonna
play it,
sign up
but-
for that shit, but you gotta like him on Facebook and shit. I fucking hate that stuff. So screw
No,
that.
you don't have to do that. What do you... No, I'm talking Blizzard just randomly giving them out to the
Oh, I
people
saw
who.
that,
They're
like,
sending out
waves.
another big wave, yeah.
Yeah,
but I
another
think
big wave.
shit might be fucked up because like it's down or something.
I can't get
and-
in the game like all day, so I wanted to play like a couple games during lunch, and I couldn't play at all. It's like fuck. So I ended up having to watch those guys play, watch the streamers again. But no, I'm having a lot of fun building all kinds of crazy decks and that sort of thing, and man, they're making a lot of money off me. That's all I have to say. It's way more money than I think I've spent on
StarCraft?
Maybe it's definitely on more than StarCraft. Maybe StarCraft more than StarCraft put together for sure. But I'm trying to think if it's Diablo too, so included in that. Probably not. But there's no money to spend on SE2. That's true. That's true.
Damn.
Damn.
You buy
Okay.
more copies of the game.
Copies of the game, dude. You can spawn them now, dude. All right, next up we got Destiny's Build a Box for ChanManV status. So last night, if you guys weren't watching, Steven was building my box, which took forever to get the parts, which was my fault because I had some ordering
Special
mishaps.
difficulties.
I ordered 4 video cards instead of
Motherboard.
instead of 2 video cards and a board. So that was definitely my bad, but hopefully you guys checked it out. How's it look, Steven? I know you
Looks
know you were
pretty
gonna run.
good. It's pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie.
Did you run benchmarks on it and stuff?
Yeah, your chip's sitting at. I think I've turned it down to 4.6 gigahertz just to make sure it wouldn't crash. But you could probably push this chip to like, if you got really crazy, you could probably push it to 5 gigahertz. But I didn't want to up the voltage that much because it would be hella hot.
Exactly. I don't know, when you were putting that chip like in the little clamps, I have to say I was shitting my pants a little bit when you were taking
Why,
a
you don't
hammer to
trust
my
me, dude?
CPU.
You don't trust me?
I trust you, but
A nice
I have to
little
be
hammer?
honest.
That's
If
the
you-
easiest part of putting it together, man.
Oh,
You just
God.
gotta believe in yourself. I believe in myself so much. I never make mistakes.
You're talking about
Because
when
I
you just
believe
like
in
snap the processor in.
No. When here, you explain it to you.
So the Ivy Bridge and Haswell, the 2 new CPUs, don't overclock as well as Sandy Bridge, but the reason is because underneath that little metal part, the little nickel-plated part, the IHS on top of the CPU, they use a really shitty glue to like put it down. So if you tear that off with a hammer, you can put your own shit underneath and make it awesome. That's what we did. Some
when he
people get a little bit
says-
nervous when you're hammering a $200 or $300 CPU, though, I guess, in a Vice because they have no faith.
When you watch him take a hammer to it, you tell me if you don't get a little nervous. No, but good stuff. I mean, thanks for putting that together for me. And when should I get it? Because I want to be running all these shows and stuff off of it.
I don't know whenever I actually get around to mailing it. It could take a couple weeks depending on my...
Asshole.
6 to 8 weeks, maybe.
Make sure you send
I-
that PS3 game with it too, man.
Oh, yeah. I should be able to ship it tomorrow, assuming that nothing catastrophic happens.
Okay, good stuff. That'll be good. So
The
next
graphics
week,
card
guys,
is
I'm gonna be
sick,
running off.
That
Running
graphics
off
setup,
this.
Those crossfired 7970s destroyed, destroying shit, running nice.
Exactly. Okay, we'll be running 1080p or Twitch High. I guess that's the new Twitch setting now is Twitch High or
Yeah. The the hot swappable bay at the top is like the cutest thing I've ever seen. This guy says a lot of cute little things about it, but like, I mean, you can see it.
Well, I mean, that's the whole reason I wanted that case.
Operating system and everything. Like, can you like literally, if you want to pop in a new drive, like all you have to do, like this is the computer and the solid state drive is just like sticking out the top.
No, really? Is that an SSD? Oh my god. Oh, that's pretty sweet.
And there's a little slot you can push down to fit a whole hard disk in there too. It's a really cute case. You're lucky I ran into this. It was a total accident. Some customer wanted it. I didn't recommend it at all, but wanted it and was like, okay. And it turned out to be pretty cool. Not to mention all the shiny fucking lights. I found I had to take the fan off the top with all the LEDs to fit the radiator for the water cooler. But I found another place on the side I could put it in, so you're still gonna have like the disco light show and shit going on. Don't worry.
That's okay. I'm not that concerned with the disco light show.
I also put all the stickers on the side of your case too, because I know you're into that shit.
I saw that. I appreciate that. I'm not into that shit, but I appreciate it regardless. So that's gonna be fun. Definitely fun. So the Twitch stuff. So I kind of wanted to bring that up since some of the folks in your chat were talking about it. So yeah, they switched the Twitch. Oh god, they're definitely switching the Twitch. Here, let me bring it up. The transcoder, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
So here's the deal.
Basically, the idea is us as a civilization continues to lower the bar for what we expect out of human beings, and that's what Twitch has kind of done here. People are too stupid to know the difference between 720 and 480, so we're just going to call it high, medium, and low, so that people don't see a 1080p stream at 15 frames per second and think that it's a higher quality stream than one at 720 at 60 frames per second.
Right.
Just more or less. So like now, like a 1080p stream at 15 frames per second wouldn't get that high rating. It would get like a medium or some shit, or something else. It wouldn't be like excellent. I don't know.
Right, and now they have those. They on each of our channels they actually have a stream requirement now too. Like right here, so you can see stream configuration quality, minimal, and that sort of thing on our dashboards now. But overall, I can kind of see why they're doing it. I mean, it's definitely...
Yeah, it's not the worst idea.
Yeah,
really, honestly, the high, medium, low, in my opinion, is kind of stupid. But one thing that's nice is how they're going to be standardizing what they expect out of quality across a wide range of channels, which helps them integrate more with their mobile platform and whatnot.
Yeah, I think that's...
And get the transcript and shit. That kind of stuff, that's a good idea. That's something that probably should have happened a long time ago. On something that like Twitch that has grown as big as it is, you shouldn't be able to turn on a stream and find some guy that doesn't know how to set up expert or obs yet, So... I think that it's okay to start to standardize like the quality requirements across streams.
That's not going to affect anything on your side, is it?
Dude, why do you think I bought this computer, man? Nothing's affected. I stream at the granddad.
So basically, for the most part, just run off source. I mean, there's a source setting too that you can basically run on what the streamers actually broadcast.
Voicing constant bitrate sucks though. Okay, let me give you my understanding of how this works, okay? And if somebody in chat or one of you guys thinks you know more, you can correct me. So the reason why, okay, so let's talk about the negatives of a constant bitrate. Let's say you've got a variable bitrate. This applies to everything that has to do with computer stuff when you talk about encoding. A lot of, like if you look at MP3 encoding, there will be people who are talking about a constant bitrate versus a variable bitrate. The advantage of a variable bitrate is when you need a lot of data, then you can have a lot of data. And when you're looking at something like a still frame or silence in a song, the nice thing about variable bitrate is it'll drop the bitrate really low. So when you're watching a video that doesn't have very much moving shit, like ChanManV show, for example, or you're listening to a song with maybe a lot of silence or not complicated parts or whatever, the variable bitrate will drop low to help you save on data, so you're not quote-unquote wasting data. What a constant bitrate does is a constant bitrate will find the peak data usage, and it will use that much data throughout, no matter how simple or easy or whatever anything is. So a lot of people, like, if you look at just that, it's really easy to say, like, fuck constant bitrate. Like, why would you do that? You're just wasting bandwidth. You're screwing over people with bandwidth who are bandwidth limited, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's just, there's no reason for it. The benefit to using CBR, a constant bitrate, is let's say you turn on a stream and you're watching a stream that's only at like 200 or 300 kilobytes per second or whatever, and all of the backbones of your network and the way you're connected are kind of working for that 300 kilobits per second, and all of a sudden there's a huge spike in action. what happens is during those large spikes, your network and the routing that you have to whatever you're connected to isn't equipped to take on that big spike, and you run into these really weird laggy scenarios where you only get them in these spikes where the data is huge. The idea behind CBR is if you're sending the same amount of data throughout the entire stream, you can turn on a stream, you see that fucking data that you're getting, and as long as you can watch that part of the stream without lagging, you'll never get lag. Because there aren't going to be any huge spikes of data that are going to take your entire fucking system by surprise. When I say system, I mean like your entire network from your router to whatever routers you're connected to on the edge, and then that go to Twitch's servers. Because that constant bitrate is always going to be shoving the same amount of data constantly from Twitch's RTMP servers to your home computer. You know, that's why the constant bitrate is preferred over the variable. Even though the variable bitrate is more efficient, the constant bitrate is better when you take into account all of the networking behind how your computer connects to Twitch, I think.
All right, so in theory, we shouldn't have any more lag, right, from Twitch?
No.
Yeah, no lag. Okay.
If you can watch it if you can watch it and it doesn't lag, it shouldn't lag. But just because it's set at a CBR isn't going to magically fix some things like the shitty Time Warner routing to Twitch, you know? That just means that a stream that you might have... Actually, if anything, and it sucks to say, but it might actually appear worse to some people because there are some people who could probably watch a stream at high quality and only lag sometimes, like during big fights. Those people won't be able to watch that stream ever in that quality anymore because now it's going to be using that same bit rate that it would have used.
But they can just use a lower transcode. So
yeah, correct. Mm-hmm. Those are the people that, from a producer or from like Twitch's standpoint, those are the people that you actually want to move over to the transcodes because those are the people that complain about lag the most. Are the people who will watch it on a setting that's actually too high for their network to handle, but they won't realize it because it's on a variable bit rate and it's on a lower, you know, you're on a valley and you're not at like a super big fight or whatever, a team fight or something, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
I think they're intending to add like rewind functionality too, which I think is part of this somehow or something. So
maybe that would be really big, but
rewind? You mean just like
DVR
type of stuff?
Yeah. I mean, theoretically, they have all the data on their servers to do it. They just have to build the functionality in because they auto-save the VODs and everything. That would be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, they're saving the VODs now every 30 minutes, right? So it'd have to be, you know, obviously better than that.
The one thing that I would like to see from Twitch, I would pay money, like, well, I would give them more of the ad revenue that they already take so much of, is if we had the ability to determine what transcodes we wanted. I would love that so much. If I stream at 48 frames per second 1080p, I would give so much to have like a 480p stream that was also at 48 frames per second, you know, or to be able to tweak the bandwidth on the transcodes and shit. Mm-hmm. I understand they probably don't want that because they don't want idiots like completely fucking all the transcodes and shit. And it's probably easier to standardize the transcoding between all the servers, but that would be a really neat feature. It would help. It would give you so much quality control over your transcodes because I have no say in what anything below source looks like. And a lot of people complain about audio sync issues and other kinds of shit. Like, technically on my computer, I wouldn't actually mind sending Twitch a second stream that is transcoded. Like, I could just send them a 480p stream of my own that I would much prefer over their servers doing the transcoding, but that isn't built in yet either. But... Alright, sorry.
That's alright.
Zubu has that, don't they?
What?
No, Cloth has that, dude.
Cloth, yeah.
Yeah,
Cloth has that.
Okay, guys. Well, why don't we do some?
Shit, does it?
Why don't we do some viewer Q&A?